Buddhism 101 meeting for the Fuquay San Antonio Buddhist Temple. Um, for those of you who are joining us for the first time, welcome. It's great to have you here with us today. And for everyone else who are old timers, also good to see you. It's nice to see those familiar faces again. Always a pleasure to have you here. So today is our third Tuesday meeting, so our parable meeting. And so what we'll do things a little differently than we do for the other two meetings. I will give some instructions, which is what we're doing now, followed by a guided meditation that will help us sort of center, become more present to the here and now, kind of just decompress from the day and give ourselves permission for self-care in these next few moments. After the guided meditation, Leon will read a parable for us, and then we will enter a 10-minute meditation of silence. During those 10 minutes of meditation, while in prior instructions, I typically tell you to just focus on the breath. For this type of meditation, I actually want you to sort of sit with the parable, listen to the parable running through your head, pay attention to what sticks in your mind or what calls to your heart. Pay attention to yourself and what parts of the parable are most catches your attention the most. And again, just sort of sit with it and allow things to percolate, allow things to arise. There's no need to force anything. If all that arises is a feeling, that's all that arises, just a feeling. But if you have some insights into your own life or into just life in general, then pay attention to those as well. In other words, this is not meant to be an analytical study of the parable. I'm not asking you to get your brain power and put 100% full throttle into delving into the inner wisdom of this parable. I'm asking you to simply allow the parable to be and allow yourself to be with the parable, to just be relaxed with the parable. Instructions on the meditations then. So the first meditation, I'm going to give you a guided meditation. And the general pattern of the guided meditation is we'll take 3 breaths, deep breaths, and I'll give you instructions on how to take those particular 3 deep breaths, followed by focusing on the sounds and the sensations around you, then focusing on the sensations within you, such as your breath, your heartbeat, all right? And then once again, focusing on the outside, the external, and then the 3 breaths and open your eyes. And I will guide you through each step and let you know when to sort of transition to the next step. In terms of the 3 breaths, the reason I like to start with 3 breaths is that if you do this practice of starting and ending your meditations with 3 breaths or even 1 breath, but I have found more than 1 breath is more beneficial. The science behind it is this: when you inhale, you activate what's called the sympathetic nervous system, which is the activating nervous system. It energizes you. When you exhale, you activate what's called the parasympathetic nervous system, which has the tendency of calming things down. So your body is constantly in this flow of activation, relaxation, activation, relaxation. So when you take your breath, and your purpose of this breath is to help you relax, then you take a short in-breath, followed by a slow release of the out-breath. And so short in-breath and a slow out-breath. And what you do is you maintain your body in the parasympathetic or relaxation mode longer, and it has a cumulative effect of helping you calm down. And if you start your meditation practices with 3 breaths or 2 breaths or something like that, what ends up happening is you've given yourself the gift of a tool that if you are in a moment of great stress, you can just take 3 deep breaths and you will automatically feel your body will associate that number of breaths with relaxation, giving you a little more capacity to go on with the stressful situation you're in at the moment. Okay. So you're kind of training your body to associate those 3 breaths with relaxation. After our guided meditation, we will do a parable. And after the parable, we'll do a second meditation. During this meditation, you will focus first on your breath, focus on the sensation of how it breathes, or count your breaths, or up to the number 10 and then starting over again, or using some mantra or gatha or phrase that you can repeat over and over again. And when you feel you've gotten sufficiently into the meditation, bring up the parable again and allow the parable to sort of sit with you. Savor the parable. If there's a phrase or a word that sticks, just slowly repeat that phrase or word. Let it mull over it in your mind. The idea is to not actually do intense work with the parable. It's allowing yourself to be with the parable, allow yourself to be enveloped by the parable, allow yourself to let the parable sink in. Whatever imagery kind of works for you, that's what I want you to do, of just sort of allowing things to happen without forcing it. And after our 10-minute meditation, then we'll open it up to the discussion. And during the discussion, the idea is share whatever happened. If all you had was an emotion and you don't know why, it's just, I just felt this way, and that's all you have to give, fantastic. If you are not comfortable with sharing, feel free to just remain silent. And if you feel like you had some insights or you have some questions, that will be the time to sort of to bring it up. So let's begin with the first guided meditation. Let's go ahead and get in a comfortable position. Take 3 deep breaths. Make sure the exhalation is longer than the inhalation. And once you're done with your 3 breaths, allow your breathing to do whatever it wants to do. No need to change it. Focus instead on the noises and the sensations around you. Simply be aware of them. No need to label them. If your mind wanders, simply refocus on the sensations around you. Now allow your focus to shift and focus within. Focus on the sensations within your body. Your breath, your heartbeat. Focus only on the sensations within. Now slowly focus once more on the sensations around you. Be mindful of the space around you. Now take 3 deep breaths, and when you're ready, open your eyes.